Hey everybody, it is Pfeiffer from Trail Theory, and woo! Thanks guys, studio audience today. Today we're gonna do a what's in my pack, the Trail Theory shakedown. Honestly, I don't know, so let's find out. The pack itself is the Granite Gear Crown 2 60 liter. Let's start from the outside first. So, I forget what trip it was that I started doing trekking poles. We talked about it on one of the episodes, but the Black Diamond trekking poles, I think when we went to the Whites the first time, was Brian and I took them, and these things are a godsend. So don't be embarrassed to take trekking poles.
It was 80K.
Was it?
Yeah.
It wasn't the Whites? It was 80K. All right, so Black Diamond trekking poles, those are coming with me on every trip forever, because they're awesome. On the outside, we'll get into more of the hydration stuff as we get into the pack, but smart water bottle. So I bring the Katadyn water filtration, the 1 liter water bladder, but every trip I go on, I'm bringing a smart water bottle. So I'll filter into this, and then if I want to do flavored water or use it for cooking or whatever, I got clean water here, and then the Katadyn takes care of everything else. What else do I have? Oh yeah, the Katadyn. So it's empty and hasn't been cleaned since the last trip, but it's a little mucky right now. But this is the Katadyn Be Free water filter, and again, if you've listened to the episode, you've heard all of us talk about it. It's the best. Can't do better. And lastly, on the outside, I think, well, not quite. I got this guy. So this is the hatchet that I bring, and it's chipped and damaged and almost useless. But if we need to get some kindling, or Brian or Alex aren't doing all the work with firewood, which they typically do, this is the Bear Grylls, does it have a name? Bear Grylls hatchet. It chops wood. So there's that. Anything to add on the Bear Grylls hatchet? There's that. And then on the outside, I'll usually wear this in, not this, but like sort of my third layer. And when we get into clothing, I'll show this off again. But I'll keep a waterproof shell on the outside in case it starts raining. I have easy access to it. And then for warmth, if I want to throw a sweater on or take it off and throw it in the back quickly without opening up the pack, I keep that on the outside. So I guess we go on the inside now. All right. On top, because it's not really delicate, Brian, but it kind of is. If you've seen our From the Trail episodes, this is what we use to record that. AT875R, it's right there at the bottom. So when we do our From the Trail episodes, we bring all that kit with us. I just bring the cable and the mic for me, and the Tascam recorder usually, because the other guys are carrying all the other heavy stuff. Yeah, so this allows us to actually get that From the Trail experience and share it with you guys. Let's keep going. All right, let's hit clothes. Most of this is boring. The only clothing items I'm going to talk about are the ones that stand out. Pants. Prana Stretch Zion 2. They're all wrinkly right now. They're the best. The other guys are going to talk to you about Viore and all this crap. No, Prana Stretch Zion 2. Best. I've tried the others. Hold me back. No, I've tried the others. This is the best. They're flexible. They're comfortable. I'm wearing the retired pair right now that I've had on past trips. This is the replacement that I'm taking with me now. They're the best. I won't go. I won't be switching anytime soon. And then when it comes to...
Are those undies?
They're in here. You want to see them?
Yeah, sure. Show them off.
I don't have like one brand of undie though. It's just whatever works, man. What do I have? We'll save that for last. We'll give Austin a treat at the end. No, when it comes to everything else, I don't have much like specific stuff that I hit, but I do have a sun shirt which actually, Brian, you turned me onto this. With when it gets, even when it's not, doesn't have to be super hot, but when it's sunny out, I would always get sunburn and I would never care. But if I was just wearing a short sleeve shirt, back of my neck and arms would just get roasted. So I've been bringing this, I think it's just the REI Co-op branded one, but it's just a long sleeve hooded shirt that you throw the hood up, protect the back of your neck from sun, and it keeps you cool in the sun, which is counterintuitive, but it does do that. So I always have that with me. And then if it is cold too, it acts as an extra layer. You'll notice I don't actually bring a like a puffy jacket. I don't have a coat. The only jacket I have is the soft shell for if it rains. So I just layer everything. So between, t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, then the sort of third layer sweater, and then this as a fourth if I need it. Between all that, if I'm getting really cold, I can just keep layering, and I can do any combination of layers within that. I'd rather do all that than bring like a puffy jacket. Austin, I'm thirsty. But yeah, and honestly, like t-shirts, it's different. It's not different every time I go, but if I find one I like, the biggest thing for me is fit. So I found this,
There you go, buddy.
thank you, man. I found this ASRV, which I literally stumbled across this somewhere. These, for me, it's fit first. So like I'm tall and skinny. So normal t-shirts in any department store are gonna be huge up top, crop toppy, and super uncomfortable and terrible. So I usually try to find one that fits my body type first, and then it's more about temperature control and odor control after that. So if I find something, I stick with it. This has been working well, but I switch around a lot with the clothes just to see what works. And it's dependent on the trail too. So if you're going to Wyoming, which we just did recently, your clothing selection might be a whole lot different than if you're going to, the Whites, where you're going to be cold and wet versus nights are going to be cold but days are going to be hot. So got to factor all that in. And then socks, we're not quite to the underwear yet, close. Darn Tough is the sock of choice, at least at the moment, but I only bring one, maybe two pair. And I will have others that are not Darn Tough, because these are 25 bucks a pair. It's insane, but they're really good. I'll have others depending on the length of the trip. I used to be a proponent of have at least one pair of socks for every day, sometimes two. I've lightened up a little bit because I didn't have to use that many, and odds are we're not getting super wet, like feet wet every single day. But Darn Toughs definitely hold up. They're just really expensive. And I'll have some extras on hand just in case, I pull a Brian and dunk my foot into, some soggy ass Dolly Sods puddle. And then, underwear is the thing, I guess. I don't even know what I have in here. I got these Bamboo Cool branded underwear. I just find this stuff, like you just look around, it's whatever, some bamboo material, I don't know. It keeps the undercarriage in a good spot. That's the thing. If you wear it and you are in your daily life, or you can go out on a local hike and you feel good, throw it in your pack. You don't gotta overthink it. It's just underwear, for Christ's sake. All right, what's next? Now we're getting into the interesting stuff. That, save for later. Tent. Holy crap, you're stuck. So for the tent, and some of our other stuff, you would have, I think we showed this off a little bit, but the Alps Mountaineering Lynx 1, I've had this thing for years, probably 4 or 5 years at this point. And it's a single person tent. It's not light. It's like 4.5 pounds. It's so heavy. But it is exactly what I need in a tent. It allows me to set it up quickly. It's durable. It's not failed me yet. I can sit in it. It fits me I can snore in it quite well. It fits my my height. My Nemo pad, which is the long and wide, fits very nicely in here. I can sit up fully inside of it, change, do my stuff, do everything I need to do. It's got a nice vestibule. Great single person tent, really inexpensive. I think when I got it, if they even still make this model, which they probably don't, they probably remodeled at this point. But I think when I got it, it was less than $350, maybe somewhere around, maybe less than $300. And it does great, it's awesome. So I will upgrade at some point to basically this exact tent, but lighter. I just want this exact same thing, but lighter. That's, which I think the Nemo, did you get the 2, Alex? Was it the Trace, the Hornet? Yeah, so that's kind of the equivalent. I've seen that one set up, and it's roughly equivalent to this, but it's much lighter. So Lynx 1 for the Alps Mountaineering. Let's go to food bag. So this actually has 2 variations that I want to show you guys. Hang on. Depending on where you're going. So food bag normally looks like this, which is literally a Walmart outdoor products big old dry bag. And inside I'll just stuff down all the food I'm bringing. Right now it's not packed for a full trip. It's got a few freeze-dried meals in here, but I'll keep my cooking system.
Hey, while you're doing food, do you want some circle meat?
Oh yeah. Do we really have some? For real?
Yeah, we're eating circle meat off camera. So there you go, bud.
You have cheese?
It'll fuel you for the rest of the video.
I see cheese over there too.
That's for us.
That's for us. All right, well, thank you. So cooking system will stay in here. I have my Tokes 750 liter cooking pot here with the MSR pocket rocket in here. So the stove, fuel, all fits inside the cup. And then all of that goes in the bag with the food. And the reason why I use this, it also contains all the bear bag setup. So the line I use for the bear bag, and since I'm the bear bag guy, apparently. So when everything's in here, and then I'll shove everybody else's food into this, or at least as much as will fit. And then at the end of the night, it's all there. I can throw it up, bear bag's done. And then in the morning, exact opposite. Pull everything out, eat, throw it in the bag, and you're done. So that is the typical bear bag, or the typical food bag setup. But sometimes you go to places that need this guy. So this is the Bear Boxer Model 101. Really good branding there. But no, did they make a bigger size Bear Boxer, or is this the only one they have? So we got this for Adirondacks, first time we went. It was the first time we hit a trail that did not allow bear bags. So that whole system, if we're using this, I'm shoving however many days of food I can in here. Usually I can't get this to last more than 3.5 tops. But I typically eat a lot, so that might change depending on who you are. But I'll keep the cooking system separate because that's not fitting in here, at least not with the food. And then put all the food in here. So with these, you're just locking it up, shoving it somewhere so that, outside of camp, and you're not hanging anything. So sometimes it's this, more often it's the bear bag. All right, getting close to the bottom. You've heard us talk about this so many times, but the Nemo Tensor sleeping pad, that is now a staple, a Trail Theory staple basically, because we all have it. But this is the best sleeping pad I've ever tried. Easy to inflate. Again, this is the long and wide version because I'm tall, and wide just because at that point I thought might as well just have extra pad to kind of have some room to mess around on. But so the Nemo Tensor, that's always going. And then again, Nemo Disco. So this is the Disco men's long 15 degree down sleeping bag, which I got a few trips ago. And I don't know, it's great. What do you say about a sleeping bag? So this is 15 degree. We don't typically go places that cold, but sometimes at night it'll get into the 30s. But I was always taught, actually, because, sleeping bags are designed to really take a naked human body and just have the body heat do everything it needs to do. I'm serious. This is a thing. Why are you laughing? No, it's so I don't. We joke on the podcast about me sleeping nude all the time, which I have, but usually I'm in a pair of shorts. But these things are great. It's no matter how cold it is, it'll retain your body heat, and it's down too, which makes it all the better. So it packs down nicely, it's super warm, and you can sleep naked. It'll be great. So there's that. One of these days, you guys will do that too, and you'll come running to me like, "Oh, I had no idea. That was so great." Pillow. I have the Nemo again. Nemo's great. The Nemo Philo Elite. It's an inflatable pillow, but it packs down into itself, really small. I'm not gonna blow it up, but you get the idea. All right, fine.
So take 4 seconds. Hell yeah.
There it is.
Nice. There we go. Look at that.
Very nice. And I've tried other inflatable pillows, by the way, which actually I do want to try the ones that you got, that have the padding in them. This one is great, but when it's fully inflatable, I think you can only get to a certain point of like comfort, and then it's not going to be your at-home pillow, but of the inflatable ones, that has been the best. And lastly, I think I got everything. Lastly is my little miscellaneous kit here. So everything else kind of gets thrown, but I'll keep my first aid, which to this day, since trip 1, I always bring one. Hopefully we'll never ever need it, but I bring a tourniquet, just in case something bad enough were to happen, we would have one on hand. And then I'll usually bring a waterproof, unopened med kit of some kind, just so that I know I have something that even if my pack went in, something terrible happened, it'll still retain, it'll still be dry, still be usable, still be ready to go. And then a buff, which this thing's a godsend, but bandana / gaiter / headband, you'll be all right. And it needs a wash too, so I'm not gonna put it on. But buffs are great, versatile, just piece of cloth that you can use for whatever you need. And then the coup de grace, the Black Diamond Spot 325, which is called something different now. I forget. They have the lumens or the Spot 350. They don't have 325 anymore. So this thing has seen some miles. But headlamp, we learned on our first few trips that go quality, because if you don't, you're gonna hate yourself for it. So Black Diamond has a great lineup of headlamps that go way beyond this. They got some crazy powerful ones. But the Spot is a great option and an affordable option. I think it's only 40 to 60, somewhere in that range. And I think that's all she wrote. So this is my kit for now. I've been Pfeiffer. This is Trail Theory Podcast. See you later.